Now let me show you how to use our IR meter. This is the working principle of our IR meter. First of all, you have to buy an IR meter and then connect it to the Bus Pro system through this Bus Pro cable. And if you want to use it to control AC, DVD, fan, or something else through IR control, then you just use this IR probe. You connect this IR probe, for example, to the first channel, and then use this IR probe to point to the AC and put it within 5 meters, and it can work. Now let's see the configuration. We are in the IR codes page of the IR emitter now. According to this picture, the IR emitter, I'm using the first channel to control the AC. So let me make a remark. First channel, control the AC. And we can take a look at the device list. The first 4 number is fixed to use to control AC, and the others you can select it to control projector, fan, set-top box, and so on. But the first 4 is fixed to control AC. Now, I'm using the first channel to control the AC, so I have to select the codes. The AC brand in my training box is Honda, so I can go to the AC here and then select the brand of my AC. Now it's here. Or I can go to here just to type the brand name, and it will also appear. If it not appear, then please go to find it one by one. When I select the AC brand, I can test the codes. I can drag down and select auto test and change the time interval. The time interval is the time range between the 2 codes. So I want to use it 5 seconds. So it will test the first code. If it cannot make the AC work, it will automatically move to code number 2 within 5 seconds. So we just need to, first of all, confirm which channel to control the device you want, and then confirm the brand. My brand is this one, and it's AC brand. Then just needs to click set the time interval and click the auto test. And after you click the auto test, please pay attention to hear or watch which code can make the AC work. Now let's do this. You can see after 5 seconds it moved to code number 2, but my AC has no reaction. Let's wait. Okay, code number 5 make my AC work. I can hear the beeping sound. And then I just drag this code 5 to my AC. And because we only hear the AC react, but we don't know if the code can make the AC mode, fan speed, and temperature work. So after we drag this code to the AC area, we need to click this test button to test for example, high and temperature 21 to test. Test all of them one by one. If it all can work after you test, then you are sure this code can make the AC work. Then you just finish the configuration and then click Save. Now it's very easy. You can go to User panel to control the AC. The subnet ID of the IR emitter is 8 and device ID is 21. And because we are using channel number 1, so the AC number is 1. Okay, let's do this. Now I'm using the DLP panel to control the AC. We can go to Page Setting, HVAC page. Actually, this is the AC page. And then we enter the subnet ID, device ID, and we are using channel 1, right? So the HVAC number is 1. If we use channel 2, then HVAC number is 2. And the control type, because we are now using the new version, so it's fixed to be version 2. And then finished the setting. Now you can go to the DLP panel to test if it can work. And if you want to use the granite display to control the AC, it's the same. Just click the granite display panel and go to HVAC page. And then enable, for example, granite HVAC page number 3. And then make a remark, AC, the subnet ID 8, device ID 21, and the HVAC number 1. And click Save. Then finish the configuration. It's very easy, right? So if all this full channel is control AC, then you can just select the codes and then drag them to the area and then test. And for others like the DVD, projector, and so on is the same, but you have to use this device list. Do not use the first 4 index. So this is how to use the codes in our built-in code library. Right? These are the codes we have built in the IR emitter. What if when you test all the codes, for example, I tested the Quanda brand, all the codes. I drag this to this area and test all of them, and I find that all the codes in the code library cannot make my AC work, or cannot make my AC fully work. Then we can use the IR learner to learn the codes. First of all, you have to buy an IR learner from us. This is the IR learner, and its wiring is very simple. You just connect it with the USB port. And then go to the tool, select IR learner, and then drag down. Create a new folder. For example, this folder's name is, you double click to rename it. For example, it's my Quanda AC, and today. After you create this, then you can just click this search IR. It will find the IR learner successfully. And then you can click the Ready button. After you click the Ready button, the indicator of the IR learner will turn blue. After it turns blue, you can use the original IR controller of the AC to point to the IR learner. You can see just like this picture. And now let me do it. Click ready. And then use the IR controller of the AC to point to the IR learner. And then press the turn on, turn off button. After learn the code successfully, the indicator will turn red, and then I can click Learn. Then I will learn the code successfully. After learn the code successfully, I can click Test. And if it can make my AC work properly, then I can make a remark for it. If it cannot make the AC work, I have to learn this code again. And then give it a remark, like AC on. And I can follow the same way to learn AC off. Click ready again. And then the code. The IR learner the indicator will turn blue, and then use the IR controller to point to the IR learner, and press the button to learn the code off. Okay, now let me do this. And click learn. Okay, I just learn another code and also make a remark. AC off and save to IR library. So that's the way to learn the code. And if I need to learn, because the AC have many modes, cooling mode, heating mode, auto mode, fan speed, and so on. It's a very tricky process if you want to learn the code. In this time, I always recommend you to just learn the auto mode. So that will simplify the process because you only have one mode. Now let me learn more mode. Let me change it to auto mode. And then just click the button to learn it. Okay, I learned the mode. For example, this is auto 16 degree. And let me learn more. Okay, click ready and then do it again. Okay, and learn. This is auto 17. So because the process is the same, now let's finish it. And then click close. If you are not sure, you can go to the IR learner again to find the code. And then click to check if it's still in here. And then click the Start Uploading. Or you can just skip this step and then go to the IR emitter. Go to the IR learner and then just delete selected. And then go to find your the code you have learned. This is what we learned today. And drag down. Select all the codes we have learned and click Start Uploading. Wait a moment, it will upload automatically. Now we can, because we have 4 codes, it appear now Conda AC just we can enter 4 and then upload again UC2. If you have learned 4 codes, then just read 4 and they will learn upload one by one. Can see on off 16 degree, 17 degree. Okay, and then we can stop uploading and click Save. Now we have to match the universal switch after we learn the code. First of all, after learn the code, we have to go to the IR Learner page to upload the code, and then go to Universal Switch page. Then match the code one by one. Conda. No, we have to learn the IR Learner. And the channel number, because for example, we still use the channel 1. For example, the codes in here cannot work, so we use channel number 1. And the IR Learner. This IR Learner 1 means this number 1 means the AC on. 2, 3, 4. We just learn 4. Okay, IR Learner 1 on, and then we can read more. On IR Learner, and this is off. No. Because the second is off. Okay, we have to match second off. 1 key 2 off, and 3. We can read 4 on IR Learner, and we are using channel 1 because we imagine that the code in the code library cannot make our AC work. And 3. So you have to match them one by one and click Save. After this, we can go to our DLP panel. Just imagine it's still this Conda AC, and the IR emitter is 8 and 21. The channel we are still using channel number 1. We just imagine the code in the code library cannot work. And we have to go to the IR code setting here to enable the IR code control. Enable. And then click the IR codes. And we have to select, for example, off. If it's off and the subnet ID is 8, right? And the device ID 21. And type is universal switch. Universal switch number 2. Remember? Because in the universal switch, let's go back to here to check one more time. Because in this page we have matched the UV switch number 1, and for turning the AC off is UV switch number 2, right? So we have to select UV switch number 2. And we match it to off, UV switch number 2 off. Okay, this is the UV switch number. Because now we are not using the codes in the code library, we have to control the UV switch. Then just go to DLP panel again. Go to the codes page. and select off. The code is UV switch is 2 and the parameter is off, right? We set off to be and then match others. Click Save. And in others, we use on. When the UV switch is on, then 1 on, then turn on the AC. And when UV switch number is 3 is on, we match this code, auto 16 degree. So we have to match them one by one. And for UV switch number 4, we match it to IR learner 4. And it is auto mode and 17 degree. So we have to go to the DLP panel to match them one by one. And then here with cooling auto, or we learn the code is auto, so we have to select it here. And then match 16 degree is code, and the device ID is 8, right? Subnet ID 21. And UV switch 3, remember, on. And for 17, 8, 21, this is the IR emitters subnet ID and device ID, and also use UV switch is 4 on. And for the off, enter subnet ID, and for on, as we have learned the auto mode, so we no need to match the on, and then just click Save. Then the DLP panel will be able to control the IRAC. This is how to learn the code, and then use the DLP panel to control it. And if you use channel number 1 and you want to use the granny display to be able to control the AC, especially when you learn the codes, you cannot use because it happens in the granny display, we don't have an IR codes page, right, in the HVAC page. In the HVAC page of granny display, we don't have an area for us to make the IR codes. So we have to use a scene to control the UV switch of the IR learner. The codes we learn through the IR learner. Okay, let's do it. We have to add a scene. For example, this is AC on. And then click Add. We have to select Universal Switch. We can use the filter. And UV switch number 1 on. Okay, add on. And add AC off. Then add off. Because we match the code to be off, then select off. Remember, when AC off, I use UV switch number 2, but in the column, I match it in the off column. See, off. I select off. That's why you have to add the II codes off, UV switch off. You see? UV switch number, this is the UV switch number. I use number 2 and off to match the IR codes off. Okay, that's why I select off here. And if I want AC auto 16, it's the same. just add the targets. But now it's on because I select on and then click Save. So that's how to use the granny display to control the codes we've learned through the IR Learner. But since the granny display's AC page doesn't have an area for us to match the code, our engineer write another program. So if you want to use the IR like this granny display and it's an IR controller, you can use channel number 4. Connect the probe to channel number 4. This probe. Connect it to channel number 4. And then do the same. Let me show you. First of all, if you want to use granny display, and you want to use the AC page to be able to control the codes you learned, not from the IR library, then you just connect the AC. For example, AC you want to use granny to control to channel number 4. Okay, you just need to control the IR probe to channel number 4 and use it to control the AC. And then no need to, because you don't use the code in the code library, you just go to the universal switch. If you have learned the codes, just imagine we have learned the codes and use the UV switch. Match them, it's the same. For this step, it's all the same. You have to match them. And then just go to the granny display. And then enable the AC granite. And then enter the subnet ID, device ID, but here have to enter channel number 5. So if you want to use granite display, HVAC page to control IRAC, but the code is not from code library, from IR emitter of HDL. You have to, first of all, connect the AC to the IR probe. You have to use channel number 4. Just like in this picture, you use in channel number 4. And then learn the codes. Upload the codes. Match the UV switch. After this, then just go to the granny display to enter the subnet ID, device ID of IR meter. And the AC number have to be 5. AC channel number have to be 5. Is 5. You see, in here, I entered the subnet ID and device ID of the IR meter. And because I use channel number 4, I have to use 5 in here. Only in this way we can control the self-learn codes through our granny display. This is just applied to AC. So in here we have to use channel number 5. It's different. Because previously I said which channel do you use and then you enter the channel number. But if you want to use granny display to control IR/AC, but the code is not from code library, then you have to first of all use channel number 4. And in here you have to enter channel number 5. It's a special program. Please remember this. Okay, that's how to use our IR meter. And in here you will find we have a sequence. And you can make as much as UV switch. And then you can enable it and then make the device type. If you have, for example, you have used this four channel. First channel is AC and this is DVD. Just for example. And this is fan and click save. And then you can go to sequence page to make it. This is Kwanda and this is 2 DVD. This is fan. Just for example. And this select all these device type and make the program on and everything. Make the to dim to a different mode. And then you can make a sequence. And then just use a panel to control this UV switch. So you can make a sequence. When you turn this UV switch on, it will run this one by one. And the current detection function is when you learn the code. When you go to IR Learner to learn the code, you find the code AC on and the AC off. You find the code for AC on and the AC off is the same. For example, you find the code you learn here for AC on and the AC off is the same. Then please use the current detection function. It's the same because as the for the code for on and off is the same, then it is hard for the IR meter to judge whether it is the AC is on or off now. So we can use the current. We can make a wire like this. This is the current detection wire, these two wires. We can connect it to the power supply and the AC. So when the AC is on, it will surely detect a current and then know the AC is on. And when off, there will be no current. Then we will know the AC is off. This is applied to when the codes for AC on and AC off is the same. So when you find they are the same, you can make the wire like this. So can detect the current and then judge whether the AC is on or off, or any other device is on or off. And then just go to the current detection page. And to set the, you can turn on the select the device type because if you use the channel 1 to control the AC when both on and off, you can use an on and then read. Turn on the AC and read. And turn off the AC to read. Then it will automatically judge the current on and off. After this, click Save, and this function will be used. And this is linkage control. If you want, when the AC is on, or any other device, when the current detection detect the device is on and off, and also be able to control another UV switch, then you just enter the subnet ID, device ID, and the UV switch number in here. Okay, that's all about our IR emitter.